The gravy. Now I got the daisy.
I literally just started filming. It has taken me so long to even start recording. I know my hair looks gross. I'm just gonna put that out there. Okay, so today I'm going to be doing a look based off of Shawn Mendes' album, My Baby. So yeah, Shawn came out with an interview with Rolling Stone, and he was talking about his anxiety and like how he deals with panic attacks. And I deal with anxiety too. I was diagnosed with an anxiety disorder 3 or 4 years ago, like beginning of high school. So I read the article or the interview, whatever, and the part where Shawn was talking about his anxiety and like just his mental health in general, it just really resonated with me. So I was like inspired. So like I'm just gonna recreate the cover with my face. So I'm seeing Shawn next year in concert. We're going next year in July. Can't wait. How dare you? So I'm just gonna, what Nikki does in her video, she does like, she cuts, oh God. She does a little shapey shape, does her makeup, wipes it, and that's it, I think. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to do my eyebrows first. So I really related to the things that Shawn was saying in his interview. It really inspired me to do this. I know people have redone his cover before, but I just wanted to do it because I love him. So what am I doing? I guess I could just talk about my journey with my mental health, I guess, if you guys want that. I got diagnosed with anxiety disorder end of 8th grade. I don't really remember a lot because it was just a lot I was going through, but I kind of kept it. I didn't really acknowledge it as a problem right away because I didn't really know about anxiety at all, really. So I kind of just was like, wow, I'm freaking out all the time, that sucks, but I didn't really do anything about it. I think it was 9th grade, I had to go to New York for my grandma's wedding, and I was trying my bridesmaid's dress, and I passed out, because I was like, I don't know what happened, but I passed out. And so I think that's kind of a memory that's like stayed with me. So like I never even thought about passing out ever. But since like that day that it happened, it's kind of always been like a trigger for me, like feeling lightheaded or like being scared of passing out. Which I think that it made it worse. Like it made me going through that and like not handling it well and like associating things that didn't really have to do with passing out, like all of it kind of messed me up. It's kind of been a thing of mine, like a fear or trigger of my anxiety since that occurrence. So that happened, kind of made a trigger for my anxiety that way. So like I was always scared of like not eating enough, not drinking enough water, just kind of always like scared of it being too hot, stuff like that. And then in 10th grade, I passed out during a choir event, so that also sucked. That kind of just reinforced my anxiety of passing out. That was a really bad experience. But yeah, I'm just trying to explain like what I feel like got me to the point I am today. So passed out then. Passed out, I think I passed out like 4 times. Like 3 or 4 times. So like I don't think it's like without reason for me to have a fear of it. It just kind of took over a large part of my life because of my anxiety. I went to counseling for my anxiety, I think sophomore year. I think I've been to counseling 3 times. First time was in freshman year because I was really depressed. I was doing bad stuff. So I went to counseling for that. And then I went to counseling sophomore year for my anxiety, and then it helped, but I think the most impactful time that I chose to get help and it felt like actual help was senior year. Let me go wet these real quick and then I'll continue my entire life story. But I think that the most impactful time that I actually felt like help was when I went senior year. I think just because I felt I was able to open up the most. When I first went to counseling, I've always kind of hated going. Each time I've been 3 times, 3 different counselors, and I've hated going every time. And it's not even like, wasn't even really a reason. I didn't want to talk about my feelings, and I didn't want to be emotional, and I didn't want to cry. I typically went before school, so it was kind of just like, I felt like I couldn't even really be open because that would mean I would cry, and then my face would be all gross, and I had to go to school after. But I think senior year, the counselor that I did have really helped me figure out what was going on with me and like brought me out of a really dark place. Because senior year was I graduated in May this year. Senior year was the hardest year of my entire life. It was really bad. My anxiety got super bad. My anxiety got really bad. And I was missing school a lot. Doing a lot of things that weren't helping me. I was kind of just scared to be alive. And like, if that makes sense. Like I would completely break down in the mornings. My mom would be like, what's wrong? And I'd be like, I'm just so scared. Because that's what it felt like. I was scared, but I didn't know what for. Yeah. So, I'm not going to pause in my life story. I'm not going to do any eyeshadow. So I'm going to start doing my face. Yeah, senior year was terrible. It was garbage. My anxiety was really bad. I wasn't going to school. I hated going to school. It was really bad. I had to get picked up a lot. I missed a lot of school. And I didn't really talk to anyone about it. I'm trying to think of what else. Senior year was garbage. Yeah, checkpoint. And it hit, what's it called? A point, or like a peak, maybe, like, it was like January, I think. Like the very beginning of this year. Because in January, I had a cyst on my ovary. And I had to go to the emergency room a lot. I didn't know what was going on before I figured out it was a cyst. And apparently it's common. I did not know that. I was freaking out really bad. But I had a cyst. I had to go to the emergency room a lot. So in beginning of this year, after I dealt with the whole cyst thing, I was fine, thank God. But after that, and having to go to the emergency room a lot, not know what was going on, it kind of really set me up for another thing that would potentially be super triggering for my anxiety, and that was like anything health related. So I started being really scared of getting sick, and whenever I got a headache, I was really scared because headaches made me feel like lightheaded, and then that just led back to my anxiety about passing out, and it was just like kind of a cycle. So in the beginning of this year, it got really bad. I was freaking out over everything, over like, I thought I had another cyst. That's how like my anxiety kind of manifested into physical pain, which I didn't know was possible, but it is. So I went to the doctors even more, went to emergency rooms even more, because I thought I had another cyst. or at least I was getting really bad headaches because of how badly I was stressing myself out. I thought it was purely a physical thing. It wasn't. So I went to the doctor, the gynecologist, to like see if I had a cyst. And I was like, hey, I feel like I'm dying all the time. Like, I need help. And then I was like, I'm having really bad headaches all the time. And like, I feel this pain in my stomach. I feel like it's another cyst. And I was just going on and on to her. And then she was kind of just like, I think I can recreate all this pain that you're feeling. I was like, okay. So she pressed down on my stomach and she recreated this pain I was feeling in my lower stomach. And then she was asking about where my headaches were, like where it hurt, and if it was like pulsating pain or whatever. And so I was telling her about it, and then she like called my mom out of the room. She was like, hey, I'm just gonna talk to her. I was like, oh my god. And obviously me, a huge anxious mess. I was like, what? So she called my mom out of the room, and she was just like, so how's life? I was like completely caught off guard. I got really defensive, and I was like, what do you mean? And then she was like, are you happy? And I was like, whoa. But not prepared for that question. I completely broke down, and I was like, I don't, like, my life feels like it's falling apart. Because I was also, like, I was dealing with my anxiety, and I was also dealing with a lot of stuff with school, the people I knew and I was friends with. I was dealing with a lot at the time. It was a lot for me to handle, and then also handle by myself, or what felt like on my own. So the doctor was like, oh my god, like, this is what's causing all your pain. Like, this is, like, your anxiety and you feeling super depressed is what's causing you this pain in your body. And I was like, oh my god. And I was kind of relieved because I knew I wasn't gonna, if I had to ask for help, like, I was not going to get it. I wasn't looking for help, and it kind of just found me. I was lucky enough for that to happen. So the doctor called me back in, and she was like, your daughter is miserable. And I was like, oh wow, that's a intense way to put it, but it was right. So after that, she recommended me to a counselor for my anxiety. And I think I waited about like a couple months actually before I actually started doing counseling, because I didn't really want to start. I didn't want to get to know someone else all over again. I did not want that. Like, it's just so like frustrating, because I would go to counselors and the ones that I've been to are kind of short term. So once I was like done, I just ate all that powder. Once I was like done with whatever they wanted to help me with, I just didn't see them anymore. So I didn't want to do that all over again. I also kind of became a really closed off person with my feelings. I didn't want to talk to anyone about anything. So it was just a lot going on. So I kind of waited a longer than I should have. Even when the doctor told me I needed help, I waited a very long time to get that help. And I kind of hit a peak again. And this time my mom was like, you need to go get help. Like, I need to set you up with a counselor. And I was like, oh my god. So I met this counselor. She was the best one I've ever seen out of the 3 I've seen. She was my favorite counselor. And she was really cool. She helped me a lot. And like I said, like, I became a really closed off person. But like with her, I felt like I could talk about what I wanted. And it didn't always have to be about my anxiety. It could be about whatever was going on in my life. It was going on with my life, or in my life. And then she would just tie it back to how I can help, like, myself, if that makes sense. So she was super great. I saw her, I think, like, my last few months of high school. I stopped seeing her, I think the last time I saw her was right after I graduated. Because I remember talking to her about graduation, and being like, oh my god, I did it. Like, what? And then she was like, always so proud of me. She was great. So yeah, I'm going through the whole struggle of like getting being able to muster up the courage to meet someone else to talk to someone else, and I really want to be able to get someone long term, so I don't feel like, oh, what's the point of getting to know someone? Like, I'm not gonna talk to them for, like, I'm not gonna have them with me for a long period of time. I don't want that. Or I don't want that. So I'm looking into getting a new system going on for me to get help. I want to be able to do more with my life. I don't want to just let my fear and my anxiety like keep me from doing things, which is what it has been doing, especially lately. But that's why it meant a lot, or it always means a lot, like I was saying earlier, when an artist or someone that I look up to does talk about their mental health and their anxiety, because it makes me feel like I can do big things. You know what I mean? Like, I think just with my specific relationship with my anxiety, like in particular, I don't want to talk like I'm talking for everyone with anxiety or any mental illness, but I think it's so hard for me to even do like little things, like get up in the morning, even go to the store, just be in the car for a long time. It's just like all of that stresses me out really bad. So if I see artists and I see musicians who are doing such big things and like mean so much to other people, it's like someone who has some problems to me is doing such big things, like making music and like going on tour and like doing things that I wouldn't even, like, I can't even begin to think I could ever do or probably will ever do. But they're doing it, and they're also struggling with something that I am. So that's why I wanted to do this look and recreate Shawn's cover. This looks gross, but I'm gonna fix it, so don't even worry about it. But yeah, that's kind of my experience with my anxiety. I'm still obviously dealing with it. It still obviously is affecting me, but I think that through going through the whole process of like admitting I needed help, or not really admitting it, but well, yeah, because I could have just chosen not to go to counseling, but I did, and I'm glad I did. And it just helps me. Even I'm not seeing a counselor now, but I'm still using the techniques that my last counselor taught me to just stay sane in a way, even when right now when I'm not seeing a counselor. That looks really bad. I'm gonna fix that, I promise. I thought it was really cool of Shawn to open up like that, and it just meant a lot to me, and I kept reading the article like over and over again. Excuse me as I try to fix my ugliness. That looks, oh my god. I got carried away telling my entire life story. I'm gonna fix it, I promise I'm gonna fix it. Please don't come for me. So yeah. So I'm just trying my best. Trying to do things that make me feel productive. I think that's the best thing that I've learned, is just trying to find things that make me feel like I'm doing something, because it's hard to do productive things because of my anxiety. So I tried my best to like do things that make me feel productive. Listen, I know this looks bad. I literally know. I'm going to fix it. Did I fix it? I don't know. Doesn't look better. I guess. This video keeps jumping from me being really deep to like me like not talking, and then me not knowing what I'm doing. Another thing is like I never really get excited for anything. It sounds sad, but like I don't really know what. I rarely ever feel excited because my anxiety kind of shadows that, even when it's something good. Like whenever I hang out with my friends, I always get super anxious. Even though I know that I'm gonna be fine, I'm not gonna be in danger or anything, I still feel anxious. So I read Shawn's interview, and then I got the idea to do his cover, and I didn't get the idea, but like I thought of doing it, and then I also like thought about being able to talk about my own anxiety, my own issues with it, and like I got excited. And like I don't get that feeling a lot. Like genuine excitement. It's always like just anxiety. So I was like, let me like take advantage of it. Whenever I can feel peace or feel literally any kind of peace or like any kind of positive emotion that isn't anxiety, I try and take advantage of it and be grateful for it and utilize it to turn it into something that I can remember it in a way that I can remember it, so I don't forget that feeling. And I don't forget that I can get that feeling. I don't forget that I can feel peace or feel excitement. So yeah, now I'm gonna do like the thingy. So I was like, let me just do this. And I also love Shawn so much, and his album is so good. My favorite song is Falling All on You. Just in case you're wondering, I know that you care. I'm gonna use this thing, little brushy. It's an e.l.f. brush. It's an e.l.f. 445. Sorry. And I'm gonna like do like the little outline of his face. I'm gonna follow the Nikki tutorial. Take a little eyeshadow and then carve it out. So I'm gonna start here. Okay. Kind of goes down. Okay. And it splits my lip. So let me do that. Oh my god, she fell. Nikki, I'm so sorry. Did I do it? Oh, I still have to do that part. Okay, sorry. But yeah, I just really want this video to be like a kind of checkpoint for something that, or just like a reminder that this is something that brought me excitement, brought me happiness to do, and me recording it and me taking pictures of it is just going to solidify that into helping me remember that that this feeling can exist and coexist with my anxiety as well. Oh, that is not straight. Okay. Okay. I think I might have done this wrong. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna use the smaller brush to like really define that part. I think this is gonna be good. Cool. I think that's good for like the little cutout part. Oh, let me highlight my inner corner. Top 3 celebrities I would die for? Okay, Shawn Mendes, Rihanna, Harry Styles. Thank you. I know that you really wanted to know that. Can I highlight just a little more? Okay, whatever. Should I add the flowers now? I'm gonna do, let me do the flowers. I have some flowers here that I have to really be careful with. And I have my glue that I'm gonna use for my face. I don't recommend doing this, but I'm still gonna do it because, what can I say? Shawn Mendes. Oh, he also has a piece there. Shawn, please. How would I do this first? See how this works first. I'm gonna try to do petals around it first and then do more of the bigger flowers. I think I'm gonna put this one here. Should I put leaves first? I have some leaves. I guess that's fine. Okay, let's get started. I'm very scared for this part. I probably really, oh my god, I dropped my glue. I hate myself. I probably really should not be using this glue on my face, but I don't have any other glue. Okay, that looks kind of stupid, but it's fine. Oh yeah. That looks kind of dumb, but it's fine. Okay, let's try to do that. Okay. This looks pretty cool, not gonna lie. Very exciting. This looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very excited. This is so much effort. I love you, Shawn. Oh, me and Shawn have the same birthday. I'm just saying. Just thought I would throw that out there. August 8th. You have the same birthday. Alright, let's wait till it's dries to talk. This is taking so long to do. But you know what? I love Shawn. I don't want to act like I can't talk. I can't really do it. It's not that serious. Now to the other side. Okay. This is it. My hair looks really gross. Alright, this is it. Love you, Shawn. Oh my god, I forgot a little thing there. I'm not gonna put one there. Love you, Shawn.